This week we are looking at twists, a little bit of cleansing action. Before we go down into an arriving meditation, noticing the breath, we're going to do a little bit of fiery pranayama to cleanse out the long weekend, stagnant energy, whatever extracurricular activities you got up to. Now's your time to cleanse it out of the system. So find a seat if it's kneeling or cross-legged. Hands into cactus, send the fingers wide. Take an inhale through the nose, look left, twist left. Exhale, mouth right. Go. Back to center, inhale, reach high, exhale, heart center. Hands back to cactus, inhale, twist right, exhale, mouth, look left. Inhale, look high, spread the arms, exhale, heart center, close the eyes. Conscious inhale and exhales. Feel into those vibrations that you just created. Feel the body alive. Feel into your skin. Let the lower abdomen billow with breath. Take a lovely conscious inhale through the nose. Side out. Lovely. Now we're going to lie down onto our backs, knees bent. Take them to the width, the feet to the width of the mat. Have the hands either side of the body and let the knees come in and join in line with the spine. Relax through the shoulders here. And close the eyes if that feels good today. You might like to have the palms facing up. If you're asking perhaps to receive some sort of sparky energy, if you're perhaps feeling that you need to root down a little bit, feel a bit more in connection with the earth's surface, a little bit more with nature, and that feeling of rooting down you hear a lot in yoga. Basically being in connection with the earth and feeling a little bit more grounded, and turn the palms of the hands down towards the earth. Alternatively, hands on the abdomen or in a star shape, whatever feels good for you today, but just relax through the back of the body here. And if the eyes are closed, let the wiggling of the eyeballs start to settle. As you lay here, take a few conscious inhales and exhales through the nose or through the mouth. And just let the body and mind know that you're here to practice. You've turned up, you've showed up. You may not have got as far as rolling your mat out, you might be on the floor. You might be in the garden, wherever it is that you've decided to practice today. Just take a couple of conscious breaths and tune into that. Mentally be aware of your surroundings And then take the mental awareness to inside of the body. As we begin to breathe into our web. Firstly, notice how the breath is playing today. How is it moving through the body? How is it making you feel to notice that you're noticing the breath? How does it feel to observe the breath? Is there a difference perhaps for when you last observed the breath? But we're not comparing, we're just observing differences. There's no right or wrong way for you to observe your breath. And as you lie here, relaxing through the back of the body, take your internal eyes to the back of the body, to the base of the spine. The internal eyes just sitting at the base of the spine, running through the arch of the back, and let the internal eyes just rest below the shoulder blades. Use that conscious exhale to release through the area around the shoulder blades. Taking the internal eyes a little bit deeper, a place that sits below the skin. A place that sits below the skin, but it doesn't quite reach the muscle and the bone. It's the layer of webbing just underneath the skin. Visualize it. Keep using the exhale to release through this area that we're going to be moving through today. You could imagine this area just beneath the skin, before the muscles and bone, as like a webbing or a netting to the body. The fascia. And as you inhale, visualize this webbing. It starts to thin and lengthen and wrap around the back of the body as the lungs press against the ribs press against the muscles, and the muscles press against this webbing, and the webbing press against the skin, and the skin press against the floor. And as you exhale, it all releases and nestles back towards the center of the body, the spine and the heart. Inhaling, visualizing that expansion of the back body, like a bed sheet unraveling. And as you exhale, it relaxes, releases, and nestles back towards the center of the body. Every inhale, this thin layer of support is spreading through the upper back. It's widening, it's lengthening, it's thinning. It's acting like a hammock for the bones and the muscles. Feel into the pulse of the breath. And admire the breath that is yours today, etching its path for your practice by creating the space. Creating the space into the body. And watch intently. Further your nosiness into how the back of the body is moving as you inhale. Watch the back body move towards the floor space. As you inhale, the back body expands, perhaps creating a sort of pressed feeling into the mat, creating a shape into the rubberiness of the mat, or the grass, whatever it is that you're lying on. Watch as the floor space below you takes on a different shape, as the weight of the body changes position with every inhale. And with every exhale, the body releases and changes shape yet again. Watch intently how the body changes shape with every inhale, the skin surface pressing into the mat, and as you exhale, the shape of the mat surface or the ground beneath the body changes as you release. The body releases with every exhale. And you're creating a heaviness and a weight through the back of the body. With every exhale, take a conscious inhale through the nose, pull the breath in, sigh it out through the mouth. Take another 1, 2 or 3 of these releasing exhales out of the mouth if you need to. And keeping the eyes closed just for a little longer. I'd like you to move into a manifestation of release. I'd like you to visualize something in your current life that you need to release or be released away from. Visualize yourself in this action, this motion of release. The surrounding of the body, what's around the body as you release. Visualizing that release, whatever it is that you need to release. Visualizing further, more intently, be more nosy. Look further into this manifestation of release. Visualize yourself releasing. Visualize the words. You might even invite the feeling of release. It may have already arrived. Use that exhale to release the physical body. Let the mind follow. Release. Visualize yourself adding the breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, visualizing yourself release. In through the nose, out of the mouth, release. As you inhale, build the power for shift. As you exhale, release and let go. Visualize this release, letting go. Let it go, not needed. And as you inhale, build the power. As you exhale, release and let go. Surrender to the release. Inhaling, build the power for shift. Shifting, release, exhale, let it go. Surrender to the release. Breathe it out, let it go. Let's enhance the power of the breath. Inhaling through the nose. Pull it in. Let it go. Send the breath deep. Inhale. Let it go. One more. Let it go. Lovely. Relax all efforts. Feel into the breath how it is now, how it's making you feel after practicing your pranayama meditation. How are you feeling? Lovely. Now I invite you to keep your eyes closed throughout the first bit of our practice if you want to, so we can tune into that pratyahara, withdrawing from some senses, sight, sense. So from your back, roll onto your left side, keeping the knees stacked, arms extended out in front of the body. We're going to inhale, exhale out of the mouth. Inhale, exhale out of the mouth. Inhale, take that right arm and draw a semicircle above the mat on the floor. Let the gaze follow the hand as you open that right arm wing. Exhale, close that right arm wing back down. You might prefer to take the arm over the head if that's your source of power today, go with that. But let's just connect the body and the breath. Inhaling, opening that right arm wing, letting the gaze follow. And exhaling, closing that right arm wing. Find your own rhythm with your breath. You might notice that my head looks a bit uncomfortable. I forgot my blanket today. If you're at home, you might like to put a blanket under your head. You know how much I am as the queen of comfort. Here we're just warming up the thoracic spine, that point of the back where we breathed into just now, where a lot of the twisting, or most of the twisting, I guess, happens. Lovely. On your next inhale, right your arm is open. Keep it open. Let the gaze move to the right hand. Land in that little twist. Well, I say little, it's quite big for some of us, depending on our story leading up until now. And send the breath into the right side body here. If eyes are open, let them close. Visualize that release. If you want to add in that exhale out of the mouth, go for it. I always invite anyone to make whatever noise they need to make in our sessions. You know, we often hear, if you're at home, you might feel a bit more confident to make that vocal release. Exhaling, releasing right shoulder towards the floor, lengthening right side body. Lovely. Take another inhale. Release. Inhale, close that right arm wing, sweep it back to the front. Lovely. Roll onto your backs. Take a bridge posture here. Feet in line with the hips. Arms either side of the bod. We're going to inhale, lift the hips and pelvis up towards the ceiling. Exhale, release down. Now don't make this any sort of jolty, sort of Pilates move. There's nothing feisty about this. We're just inquiring into the movement of the spine here. Inhaling, opening the body. Exhaling, laying it back down and contracting ever so slightly. Let the tailbone lead. The rest of the spine follow. As you inhale, lift the spine. Exhale, release. Take a nice rolling action of the pelvis and that sacral area as you come back down to the floor before you rise the spine up. Inhale. Breathe into the front of the body. Exhale, release it back down. Let's meet on right side. This time, arms extended out in front of the body. If you need that pillow under your head, go for it. I'm regretting being disorganized this morning, but hey ho. Inhaling, opening that left arm, drawing a semicircle on the floor behind the head or above the body, whatever is suiting you today. Gaze follows. Exhale, close it down. This time we're breathing into the left side ribs. Inhaling, opening. Use this moment as body breath connection, okay? And visualize those intercostal muscles. These little tasty muscles in between the ribs that are getting a bit of attention with this movement. Try and encourage the knees to stay together and facing forward rather than rocking. If the arm doesn't extend all the way behind the body, that's okay, don't worry about it. The mission here is just to keep moving and breathing in every session. You know, every session is different anyway. Sometimes you rock up to practice and you think, yeah, I've got this. This is going to be a good session. You come away feeling a little bit deflated. Some sessions you think, oh, I really had to pressure myself into coming to this session. You walk away thinking, wow, why did I even doubt my reason for coming? Right, next inhale. Open that left arm, leave it wide, let the gaze follow. Breathe into that left side body. Make any nice noises that you need to on the exhale. Wiggle fingers, send the arms nice and long and wide. Inhaling nose. Releasing mouth. One more. And closing that left arm wing. Rolling back onto your backs in bridge position. Press through the feet. Inhale, let's move. Exhale, roll it back down. Let's meet at the top. Relax through the shoulders, relax the toes, knees in line with the hips if that's possible. Hips in line with the shoulders. A little bit of tension running through the glutes. Feel some heat coming into the front of the thighs there, into the quads, and perhaps into the calf muscles as well. Don't claw through the fingers or the toes. Feel a little bit of heat being generated here into the body. Find that invitation for strength. Heat traveling to core. And the want to tense through the shoulders, release through the shoulders. Lovely. Lay the body back down, hug the knees in, nose to knees. Let's take a nice roll here. Up and down the spine. Up and down the spine. As the back of the body hits the floor, feel into that thoracic area, the area that you were breathing into. Let's see the abilities of it. It's able to expand and release and then take the weight of the whole body as you roll. And then let's add a little challenge. Hold a little bit of stillness at the top. Lift the chest, rolling back down, finding stillness if you can. On each roll towards the top. I say top, but more of a sitting position. So that core is just getting an invitation to join the party. Okay, one more. Let's meet at the top here. Have the feet hovering off the floor. Hands on knees if that feels good. Lovely long spine here. Back of the head in line with the spine. If you need a bit more, take the hands away from the knees. Active feet. Focus on something in front of you. Breathe. Lovely, hands back onto knees if they're away from the legs. Take a roll, let's land on all fours, flipping over onto tabletop, knees wide, child's pose. Send the arms long, breathe into the back body. This time the back of the body is on the top of the body, if that makes sense. So direct the breath into the thoracic spine. the webbing just below the skin. Feel into the movement of the body now. A little bit harder because there's not a surface pressing against the skin, so the ability to notice is really internal rather than a physical sensation. Inhale big through the nose and feel the scapula separate slightly. You might feel your the cloth of your top rubbing over your skin as you inhale. It might be a good connection for you to notice how the breath's working. Lovely, come up onto all fours. Hands under the shoulders, cat, cow. Really use this as your body breath connection moment. Inhale, move. Exhale, move. Breath containing the movement. Now our focus today is on twists. This is to cleanse the body slightly. You may notice as we move into twist, the breath shortens because the space for the lungs condenses. Try still to invite that nice deep breath that we know exists. Come back to stillness. Take an inhale, look forward. Exhale, look to the right foot. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, blow the breath towards the left foot. Keep moving like this. So we're lengthening through each side of the spine as we exhale. So watch the body, it'll want to rock, it'll want to move to the opposite side that you're looking towards, because it's the easiest route. So try and use the core to find stability, but know there needs to be a little bit of flexibility in there for you to lengthen through the opposite side of the spine. Lovely, back to center cat-cow, body breath connection. Here, let's make your angriest Halloween cat as you exhale. Really push through the hands, tailbone towards the sternum. Moving into swooping cat. Inhale, tuck the elbows, drop the crown of the head, swoop forward. Exhale, round the back, up to tabletop. Swoop, inhale. Exhale, round. Feel that nice little bit of heat coming into the triceps. Maybe into the wrists. Lovely. Tuck toes, downward facing dog. Feel into that juicy dog. You've created a little bit of heat. Send it to the back of the legs. Lift the kneecaps. Have a little walk if you need to. This morning I did a lovely run and had a good yin practice, so my body's feeling quite subtle today. Flexy anyway, but depending on how your day has been leading up to this moment, you might need to take a few more movements before you settle into that stillness of that beautiful upside down V shape. Alternatively, you may have gone for a run and done a nice yin practice and still not feel flexible, and that's okay. Okay, so from your downward facing dog, walk your feet in one step. Right hand moves to the outside of the left ankle, gaze moves under the left armpit. As we move into our lovely twisting practice, so find the strength. Breathe into that left and right side body. So you're breathing into the right side back body, front left side. Right hand back down, left hand to outside right ankle. Gaze under right armpit, breathing into back side, back of left body, front of right body. Breathe. It's a really nice one actually if you've gone for a run. Really lengthens the back of the legs and the intercostal muscles. Left hand back to ground, step it back to downward facing dog. Take an inhale. Release it out. Three-legged dog, right side. Right leg goes up towards the ceiling. Take an inhale. Exhale, plant. Right foot, high lunge. Take it high. Inhale. Exhale, cactus arms. Hands into prayer. Take an inhale. We're going to twist towards the right side. Left elbow outside of right knee. Breathe. If you need to put the back knee down, go for that. We're not focusing on the leg strength here. We're focusing on the twist. If you've got the back leg extended and you want to layer, that left arm extends onto the outside of the right shin. I'm facing the wrong way really for you to see me, but I'll do it on the other side too. And that right arm extends up towards the ceiling. As I'm pregnant, I'm going to back off my twist a little bit, just to make sure I'm not condensing that area too much. Lovely. Unravel, let's meet back in high lunge. Send the arms high. Exhale, hands either side of right foot. Move through your vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Three-legged dog, left side. Inhale, send it high. Exhale, high lunge. Feel the heat arriving. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, twist left. So that right elbow, it might come onto the outside of the left knee, it might not, it might just sit on top. You have the option to drop the back knee if you need to. You have the option to layer as well here, if you want to extend that right arm to the outside of the left leg. Left arm moves high. I'm not going to stay here for too long, just to show you back into that prayer twist for me today. Unravel, let's meet in high lunge. Inhale. Exhale, hands to floor, vinyasa, chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Look forward, step or jump forward to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Lovely, it feels good today. Bend the knees, inhale, rise. Exhale, hands, heart, step back with the left foot, turn the toes out towards the corners of the mat, inhale high, exhale into goddess. So now's your time to find your drishti, that spot in front of you that's not moving. If you need a bit more of a challenge, close the eyes. We're going to visit that breath that we did before we started our session today. Inhale through the nose, look left. Exhale, mouth right. Inhale, center, arms go high. Exhale, hands to heart, back into cactus. Inhale, nose look right. Exhale, mouth left. Inhale, high center. Exhale, hands, heart, lengthen the legs. turn the toes in, hands on hip, wide-legged forward fold. Hands to the floor if that feels good for you today. Now you have a couple of options here, is to have the hands on the floor and lengthen the back, perhaps onto the fingertips if that feels good. Take a little bend in the knees so you're not locking those joints out. Or you can take the crown of the head all the way towards the floor. Or at least head into that sort of position. Find a wide leg forward fold that feels good for you today. Trust thyself by putting weight into the balls of the feet. And use that exhale to release. The crown of the head is towards the floor. Come back onto the hands. Right hand takes center stage. Left arm goes up towards the ceiling. Gaze towards the left hand. If you need a little bit more today, right hand goes to outside of left ankle as you twist. So this is a bit of spice. Keep breathing. This is where the breath might shorten. So keep digging in for those big inhales. Those lovely releasing exhales. Let's swap sides. Left hand takes center stage, right arm goes high. Gaze towards the right hand. Option to take that left hand outside of right ankle. Breathe here. Weight still into the balls of the feet. Hands both back to center. Move into your forward fold variation. Weight into the balls of the feet. Trust yourself to lengthen the back of the legs here. Take a bend in the knees. Walk the hands either side of the right foot. Step back into downward facing dog. Look forward. Bend your knees. Step or jump forward. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms behind. You know where we're going, into chair. Send the arms long, tuck the tailbone. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center, twist to the left. Left elbow, right knee, gaze towards right elbow. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist left. Lovely. Inhale back into chair. Let's take it a bit deeper. Pops has just joined us in time for Shavasana. She didn't want to do twists today, did you, honey? Tuck the tailbone. Remind yourself of that hammock back that sometimes creeps into our practice. Take an inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to floor. Step back into child. Knees nice and wide. Enjoy that feeling. Noise it out if you need to. Use that vocal release as a tool to physically release from the body. Feels a bit strange at first, making these noises. But the more you practice this releasing technique, it becomes really enjoyable. You don't worry about what people think. So take this child's pose as a moment to gather it back in and feel into the back body and how the breath is moving through your webbing. Walking the hands back towards your knees. Let's meet seated. Left leg out in front, right knee bent, right hand behind. Let's move into that supine twist. So left arm moves high. Exhale, left elbow outside of right knee, gazing over the right shoulder. Or the left arm, my variation for today, is going to wrap around that right knee. If you find yourself rounding through the back and really trying to get that elbow on the outside of the right knee, back off and just hug the right knee with the left arm and extend through the spine. What we're looking at doing is keeping the spine as long as possible and twisting rather than rounding the spine, getting that arm over the knee and not feeling into a twist. Breathe here. Big breaths. Counter pose, unravel, hands to left side floor. Swap the legs, send right long, bend left knee, left hand behind the body. Inhale, reach high. Exhale into your twist variation. Active extended leg. Gazing over the left shoulder if that feels good for you today. Send the breath big. Send the exhale long. Lovely, unravel, counter pose, right side. Soles of the feet together, butterfly the knees and let the spine just round and hang. Forehead moves towards the feet. Don't be bouncing, jolting, pushing. This is more of a yin posture, so you really are just letting the body hang out for a moment. Twists are quite hectic for the body. To replenish your nervous system with a little bit of peace. And breathing into the rounding of the spine there. Visualizing that spine moving through the butterfly wing shaped bones, the scapula. Every exhale, further releasing. And it's always hard to come out of this posture because it's so delicious. But let's start to lengthen, stack and straighten the spine. Bring the knees together. Let's roll back down onto our spine. Take a nice few rolls up and down the spine. Lovely. Land on your spine, T-shape the arms, twist to right side floor. Gaze might move left. It might not. Nice time to let the eyes close here. Start to let the body know it's time to, in a moment or two, move into Shavasana, into resting, relax, recoup. Breathing into left side body here. Notice how the bod feels after moving through your practice. It's interesting, especially moving through twists, how receptive the body can be to twisting. Sometimes it can be a little bit defensive towards twists if you're not practicing these regularly. And be sensual and gentle and kind as you bring the knees back to center. And let them fall to left side floor this time. Gaze towards right hand. Directing the inhale, right side rib cage, big breaths, exhale, release. Knees back to center gently. Rounding the spine once more, nose towards the knees. Hug the pins in. Lengthen the legs away, moving into Shavasana. If you need to get cozy, as the temperature of the body drops, get cozy. Have the arms away from the body. If that feels good for you today, the feet to the width of the mat. And just let it all go for a minute. You know where to be, nothing to do. But just lie here and feel into the positive vibrations you have just created. We've created together, raising the vibrations of our community just by practicing. As a community on the same theme, we are raising the vibrations. Even for the people who are less receptive towards energetic work and spiritual work, they'll still be receiving our vibrations. Take a conscious inhale. Release and let it go. before we start moving, on to our next human activity. Take a couple of expansive breaths into your body. And then rounding the spine, hugging knees in. And rolling to one side. Let the eyes move open. Feel into the cleansed web you have just created. Cleansed webbing of the body. And then let's meet seated. Taking an inhale, reach high and mighty. Shift the power. For release, exhale. Namaste. Lovely. I hope you felt the shift today. I'll see you next time.